What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in the case. For the day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. It's a cold reality that the streets don't have any picks. What I mean by that, you can be a regular working man, a civilian with no street ties, work hard for everything you have, and still become a target for the wolves out there lurking. It's as simple as having a nice car, a little chain, whatever you grinded for and feel like you deserve. But it's people out here that feels like if they not eating or shining, nobody deserves to eat. It's slick a form of hate when you think about it. Oh, yo got that, I don't want him to have it, so I'ma take it. And that kind of behavior crosses the street life with everyday normal life. We all know the street code, the no snitching policy. If you see something, mind your business. Don't give any information to police and all that. But really, that code only supposed to apply to certain people living like that. Or in that world, you can't expect to break in an old lady's house on the block and expect her not to tell police. She is not under any rules. She is a regular civilian. But unfortunately, in certain areas, people are forced to live by that code, whether they are with it or not. If they choose otherwise, things can go left. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Detroit, Michigan to discuss a case of a woman who was targeted after deciding to testify after being carjacked. Back in 2018, Keisha Thompson was a 33-year-old woman, hard-working, beautiful, and mother, always in good spirits and loved life. Living on the east side of Detroit, she tried to stay out the way, put her head down, and go to work. Like living in most inner cities, it was a street level to her environment. But like the old saying goes, if it don't apply, then let it fly. Meaning, as long as it doesn't affect you directly, it's really none of your concern. But one day while driving through the city with her boyfriend and a few friends, while leaving a gas station, the couple were targeted and carjacked by a man at gunpoint. They did what they was told to do and gave up the whip. The carjacking happened in the Detroit suburb of Harper Woods. So once Keisha called police and reported what happened, local police told her they would get right on the case. They eventually caught up with a 26-year-old man named Kenneth Dixon, who allegedly had a long criminal history and was in and out of prison. The Harper Woods Police Department contacted Keisha and told her they had a person in custody in her carjacking case. The young lady was relieved, not knowing more would come with that. While Kenneth was locked up awaiting trial, prosecutors and police contacted her in an effort to get her to testify during Kenneth's trial, so the man wouldn't beat the case and end back up on the streets. They needed a witness. Keisha was scared. She called her father and family members, letting them know the state wanted her to take the stand. But she knew Kenneth was violent and feared this could make matters worse, especially with the no snitching code in Detroit. Her peoples agreed she had every right to be scared, but police in the state kept pursuing her, assuring the young lady she would be safe and her testimony would send Kenneth away. She was torn because she wanted justice after being carjacked. Eventually, Keisha decided she would help the state and show up to the courthouse to testify during the course of Kenneth's trial. She stated what happened the day her and her boyfriend were out driving when he upped the blick on them and made them get out the whip. Her testimony was enough for the state to convict Kenneth. Keisha hoped by doing what she thought was right, she could move forward with her life. But Kenneth had other plans. Being connected, he wanted payback on the young lady, feeling like if she wouldn't have took the stand, he would be a free man. During trial, his peoples even tried to offer Keisha bread to not testify, but it didn't work. Now he was furious. Somehow, while still locked up, Kenneth found out Keisha's full name and address. He would call his girlfriend, at the time 23-year-old Jelana Streeter. He told the young lady he needed her to get in contact with somebody for him. a 38-year-old man named Corey Holmes. Corey and Kenneth had met while serving time together. Corey had just hit the streets after being released a few months prior. Kenneth told the man about his trial and starred Keisha. He then passed off her address, asking Corey could he help him with that, in which the man agreed. On October 9th, 2018, just 6 days after Kenneth's trial, Keisha woke up early to take her teenage son to school. After she dropped him off, she headed back home like any other normal day. Once she pulled up in her driveway and got out the car, shots went off. People in the neighborhood were awakened by gunfire and called Detroit police. They headed to Cordell Street and Collingham Drive. It was about 8:05 a.m. When they arrived, they found the woman shot over 12 times laying in the driveway. She was identified by neighbors as Keisha Thompson and was unfortunately pronounced gone on the scene. Her father, other friends, and family rushed to her home and were devastated. The young lady was ambushed in her own driveway, and everybody pretty much knew why. She had just testified in the case. Police quickly got a list of Kenneth's contacts he called while he was locked up. That led them to Jelana. They listened to recorded calls where allegedly the young lady helped orchestrate the situation by passing along information to Corey. Keisha's family stated, "We knew and feared this would happen, and she did as well, but she wanted to do the right thing, hoping police would protect her and the state would keep her identity and information confidential." Local police quickly tied the carjacking case and the ambush on the young lady together. Jelana was arrested along with Corey. They were all charged with witness intimidation, first-degree hit, witness retaliation, and conspiracy. During arraignment, Corey was pointed to as the trigger man who shot Keisha 12 times in the head and body by the instruction of Kenneth from jail. The prosecutors in the carjacking case stated this was a nightmare and they were sorry for the family's loss but couldn't be held responsible. But family felt different. They felt the state pressured the young lady to testify. As the new case made its way to trial, the state worked out a deal with Jelana to testify for a lighter sentence, in which she accepted. The young lady received 11 to 25 years for second-degree hit. Kenneth was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to life without parole for the hit, along with 13 to 22 years for witness intimidation and 10 to 15 years for retaliation against a witness. Corey also was found guilty of all charges and sentenced to life plus 10 years in prison. The state eventually passed a law that would protect victim and witnesses' personal information. Rest in peace to Keisha. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to her family. This is a prime example of not everybody gotta follow the G code. A mother and civilian who was carjacked has all right to cooperate and talk to police. She wasn't breaking law or committing crimes with nobody. She was out minding her business. My people used to always tell me growing up, if you in the streets, don't have any picks. Meaning don't rob the old lady or woman. That's an easy target. Get the dope boys or rob the robbers, because they the ones who are playing by the same rules as you. They can't tell the police they got robbed for their pack. But dudes look for easy prey because they know if they rob the trapper or other robbers, it's consequences behind that. That's called having picks. And you can't expect the person that's not living like you to keep them same laws as you. She never signed up for that. So now you turn a 5 to 10 to life plus because you targeted a civilian. And Corey at 39 definitely should have knew better. He should have said, "Little bro, you gotta do that dirty work yourself, because I just came home." But instead, he got turned to a grown crash dummy. So remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, rest in peace to that young lady, man. I send my prayers to her family. Definitely let me know what y'all think in the comments about this one. Be respectful. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.